A couple names I think I do need to especially point out. I'd like to thank Gord and Bob and Norris for establishing an atmosphere which not only modeled but also encouraged creativity. We had and have an outstanding department and a fantastic school. After innumerable committees which I either chaired or was part of, and teams that I coached, we've been through lots of triumphs, both off the field and on the field, some tragedies, and after an amount of time I just thought it was time to make a change. It was time to move on to the next stage in life. So for the next little bit, so that's in terms of history. As people around the department, specifically Ryan and JB, have been reminding me, I am an old man, so the next part is called cranky advice from an old man that nobody ever asked for, but you're going to hear it anyway.
You go, Rick.
We've all seen educational ideas come and go. Not all of them are good, not all of them are bad. I'd like to suggest that it's worthwhile thinking about the ideas before we jump headfirst into the pool. Some of those ideas, it might be better to just dip our toes and not necessarily go whole hog all the time. Secondly, equivalence of opportunity doesn't always mean uniformity. We don't want to stifle creativity, and sometimes that can get caught up in that if we go too far with it. I've come to realize that I'm a teacher first and a math teacher second. The reality is 5 years from now, the kids that I've taught are not going to remember the chain rule or the factor theorem. What they will remember is how they felt about the class, the pride that they felt in themselves for taking on a challenge and overcoming it, how they feel about themselves in terms of the relationships that have been established. So, with that in mind, teaching is more art than science. It's about the relationship that you establish with your students. With that in mind, I think you don't want to be a pushover in class, but if you're going to err on the side of empathy. The kids all have a story that we're not privy to, and everybody deserves a break every once in a while. One small thing, I always found it a good idea to greet my students at the door. I think it just sets a nice